What's happening, everybody? Shelton J, Think About It Radio. It's Monday, so it's time to get motivated. And if you're thirsty, time to get hydrated. And if you want to learn a little bit, it's time to get educated. Can you dig it? I appreciate everybody for everything, everywhere. Welcome to Motivation Monday. How's everybody today? Hope everyone had an excellent day. I did. I hope you did. I truly do. I want us all to walk around and just be motivated and happy that we have another day on this side. We have another opportunity, another chance. That's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. Today we're going to talk about lack of motivation, lack of enthusiasm. Do you suffer from a lack of enthusiasm? Do you know anyone that has a lack of enthusiasm or lack of motivation? It's not inspired by anything. If you know someone, have them tune in tonight, and we're going to lift them up, encourage them, and going to give them a few tips that can send them on their way with this Motivation Monday. I'm not going to hold you guys long tonight. Typically when it's a show with me just on it, I don't want to just ramble on all night long and just bore you guys with a bunch of stuff. But I do want to give some highlights. I do want to give some tips. I do want to leave you guys with some information that once the show is over with, you guys can go implement some of these things. And that's the whole purpose of Think About It Radio and the joy that I have with doing these shows. Shelton J in the building. Can you dig it? We're going to talk about the lack of motivation and a lack of enthusiasm are two of the main reasons for failure and of living a mediocre life. If you agree with that and you're listening in, give me something on the chat. Say yes, no, if you agree. And if you disagree, of course you want to say no, right? But read that again. Lack of motivation and lack of enthusiasm are two of the main reasons for failure and of living a mediocre life. It's almost 2018, right? Christmas is next, Monday? Right? It's all right around the corner, right? Happy early birthday to my mom. My birthday's Saturday. Give a shout out to her. Happy birthday, Lee, baby. Anyway, it's almost a new year. Did 2017 go the way you wanted it to go? Did 2017 bring the things in your life that you wanted it to bring? Was 2017 the year that you accomplished your goals? You moved forward on your passion, on your vision? Or did you get further away from it? Maybe that's causing a lack of your motivation. Maybe that's causing you some issues. Maybe that's causing you some pain and some anguish, if you will, right? Because you're not living your purpose. Every single day, are you getting up motivated? Are you getting up encouraged that you have another day to go to this job that you love? Or start this career that you love, or move into this neighborhood that you've been wanting to move into? You know, what keeps you going? And if you're not doing some of those things, maybe that's the reason why, for a lack of motivation, because you kind of feel like maybe you're just existing rather than living the life that you want to live. You know, we're going to go with a few things tonight. Reasons for lack of motivation and enthusiasm: lack of faith in one's abilities. We're going to go over that a little bit. Lack of faith in one's abilities. It's only a few things we're going to go over. You know, say a few little bullet points I want to hit, and let you guys have a great evening, right? The purpose is to get you guys moving forward, though, and actually just stay motivated, right? Lack of faith in one's abilities. Do you trust what you can do? Do you trust what you can accomplish? Do you trust what you bring to the table? Do you trust what value you have as an individual? Do you trust yourself? Do you trust your product? Do you trust who you are, right? Do you have faith in your own abilities, right? Other people, they may not have faith in you because they don't know you, but you know you. So you should have the ultimate faith in yourself if no one else does. You have to have confidence in you and your ability to pull off everything that comes on your mind that you're able to do. Within reason. Within reason. You should be able to do that. And if you're not doing some of those things, then again, that leads to a little bit of lack of motivation, a little bit of lack of enthusiasm, right, that we're talking about, because you don't even believe in your own abilities. You don't even think you can do it. So if you don't think you can do it, then can you expect anyone else to have confidence in you when you don't even exude self-confidence? Okay. Second one, fear of failure due to failure in the past. Sometimes we have to turn the page on failure. Failure is just a lesson that we learn. Failure just means that, you know what, I haven't gotten it right just yet, that particular thing. But you still have another opportunity and another chance if you don't quit. If you do not give up, and if you keep pushing and keep moving forward and let that failure be a learning lesson, don't look at it as failure, because that will paralyze you. That will keep you from pursuing any goal. That will keep you from moving forward in anything, because in your mind, you don't think it's going to work anyway. Because remember, you failed before. It didn't work out for you before. So you have that fear. False evidence appearing real. Don't have that. Throw that out. And don't go into 2018 with that mindset. Because it won't help you. Bottom line, it will not help you get anywhere with that mindset. All right? Number 3, fear of what others might say. We in a social media age, right? Where everyone has an opinion. Everyone's a counselor. Everyone's a consultant. Everyone's a guru. Everyone's a teacher. Everyone's an instructor. Everyone's a life coach. Everyone has information for you. Everyone has their opinion. Everyone has something to say. Hence social media. Hence the different platforms that people have so much to say on. Are you worried about what other people say about you? Let me tell you something. What do you say about you? Then that's the only opinion that really you should put on the forefront of your mind. Your opinion of yourself has to be so high to where someone can give you a compliment and you can be like, you know what, I appreciate that, but you just recognizing what I already know. And that's not being arrogant. I'm not talking about being arrogant. I'm talking about having confidence. I know there's a thin line between confidence and arrogant. You know, I can hear my wife saying that right now. Thin line between confidence and arrogant. I understand. But at the same time, you have to have confidence in yourself and who you are and what you bring to the table. You have to know that you add value. Know that you are valuable. Know your worth. Don't worry about what other people say. Because when you know your worth, it doesn't matter. Because it's just that, an opinion. And what do opinions do? Can opinions hurt you? Only if you allow them to. Only if you give them life. Those opinions have no life unless you give them life. Then don't give them life. Just ignore them and let them die out. And just, again, have that high quality opinion of yourself and your abilities. And everything else will work itself out. Okay? Another one, the habit of procrastination. I'll do it later. I'll wait. I'm tired right now. I'll catch it on a rebound. I'll do it eventually. Procrastination. We wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. For what? Why not just do it now? If there's something that needs to be done, just do it. What's holding you back? You, your fear, your lack of confidence, your lack of thinking that you can pull these things off. What is holding you back? What is stopping you? What is keeping you procrastinating? What is keeping you from just pulling the trigger and moving forward with whatever that you want to do in your life? What's stopping you? Because the longer you procrastinate, the more regret you'll have. Because you will feel as if you've only existed and didn't live. I want you guys to live. I want every fan of this show to live, to have the best quality of life that you possibly can have, because you decided today to live, to have confidence, to believe in yourself, to believe in your abilities, to not take no for an answer. Failure is not an option. That's what I want you guys to walk away with from these shows with. Nothing but motivation and encouragement and enthusiasm for another opportunity to get it right, to live the best life that you can live, to be the best version of you. That's the whole goal. And when you grab that, other people will see that. They will see the confidence. They will see that because they will exude. And it's just something about them. Have you ever been walking somewhere and you get like a double take? When people see you, they look and they look again. They see that greatness on you. They see that light shining. They feel that energy. That's a person that's confident. Nothing more attractive than a confident person. People are attracted to confidence. You know what you want. You know who you are. You know where you stand. You know your goals. You know you haven't made it there yet, but you are well on your way. That's confidence. And people appreciate that. Another one, laziness. Do we know anyone that's lazy? Do we know anyone that waits to the last minute to do everything or just don't do it? Laziness. That'll suck the joy all right out of your life. It'll suck everything out because you don't feel a need to do anything. You don't feel motivated to do anything. You don't feel inspired to do anything. Nothing really gets you going. Nothing really, lights a fire up under you, if you will. Just lazy. Laziness. That would pretty much just strangle the life out of your life, right? Almost like weeds in a garden, right? They will hinder the growth of the crops. So laziness will hinder your growth. It will hinder your progress. And it will keep you chock full of a bunch of excuses of why not. Why won't you do it? Why can't you do it? Instead of just simply saying that I'm just lazy. I'm just not going to do it. Not because I can't. I just don't want to. Then once you admit that to yourself, then maybe you can move beyond that. But laziness, that is like a huge hindrance to any progress in your life. Not even with just motivation and enthusiasm. This is just period. If you have that lazy bone in you, then you're not going to accomplish a fraction of what you're supposed to accomplish in this life. Because in your mind, you'll just do it later. And if it doesn't get done, it's a reason why. But you're not the reason because you never blame yourself. Too lazy to even take accountability. Do we know anyone like that? Do we know anyone that can probably use this particular audio that'll keep them from being lazy or at least prick their consciousness to maybe where they've been and how they want to do better? Maybe. Next one. The feeling or belief that there are other more important things to do. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, right? Sometimes, though, in this day and age, when the going gets tough, they just go. They don't even try to challenge themselves or even push themselves to the limit that they've never pushed themselves before because it's challenging. I don't like the challenge. I don't really like the difficulty. But we have to put up with some things. That's what Keep On Pushing Enterprises came into play because so much pushes up against us. We have to have something to push back. We have to be able to push back with something. What is in us? What's your intestinal fortitude? What drives you? What drives you? You have to be important to yourself. Your vision, your goal, your plan, it has to be important to you. It has to be on the forefront. If not, again, it's going to fall by the wayside because when it becomes difficult and when the adversity comes, you'll just quit because you don't have a made-up mind anyway to want to do this. And so basically you're looking for a way out, looking for a reason, looking for something to go wrong. So you can say, well, yeah, see, that's why I don't do it right there. But we have to be able to push past that. You'll never get to where you want to go if you don't push past those obstacles in your way. And if you are the obstacle, then move yourself out of the way. Move yourself out of the way. If you want more, if you see yourself having more, and if you're satisfied with status quo, then that's cool. But then don't complain about status quo if you're not willing to do anything to get yourself out of that situation, okay? Not saying you can't complain, but I'm saying that if you're complaining and you're not making any moves to do anything different, then what are you really complaining for? Just to hear yourself complain? We have to have some action. It takes action. All these things that I'm listing out, it takes action. You have to really want to do it. Because see, the thing about life and people, they're not going to want it more than you want it for yourself. You have to want it for yourself and dig deep and say, who am I? I am a motivation person. I am an enthusiastic person. I am a person that wakes up and said, I want to suck every drop